Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott, and today we're going to be painting the Orgoth Reaver Commander from Warmachine. Specifically, we're painting the convention exclusive model that I purchased at LVO. So let's go ahead and dive into how I painted this model. To get this model ready for painting, I've primed it using Ultramatte Slate Paint Plus Primer from Rust-Oleum, but you could use any gray primer that you want. We're going to start this project off by basing all of the skin of the model using Khorne Red. We'll shade all of the skin using Carroburg Crimson, and you can go as heavy as you'd like with this wash. It'll just darken down the skin more. After we've allowed that shade to dry, we're going to take Evil Sunz Scarlet, and we're going to use this to highlight all the raised surfaces to give definition to the muscles on the model. Next, we're going to take Squig Orange, and we're going to do an additional highlight on the skin. This time, we're only catching the areas that we think the light would hit the most on the skin. Once we're done with those highlights, we're going to take Reikland Fleshshade, and we're going to do a light wash of this over the skin to kind of tie all of the colors together. And you might have to do multiple very thin coats of this to get the finish that you want. It's time to start working on the armor, and we're going to base all of the armor panels using Iron Warriors. To shade the armor, we're going to use Contrast Basilicanum Gray. Now, we are doing a thin and controlled coat here. We don't want this to pool up, and we don't want this to darken the armor down too much. We just want it to get into the recesses. Once we've allowed that contrast paint to dry, we're going to take Ironbreaker. Now we're going to use this to layer over the armor panels, focusing on having this paint start towards the center of each panel, but not go quite all the way up to the edge. Our next step is to take Stormhost Silver. We're going to do a very similar thing to the previous step, but this time we're only painting this color at the very center of each armor panel and anywhere that we want the light to reflect more off the armor. At this point, we're going to take Contrast Talassar Blue, and we're going to put just a little bit of this on any of the spikes that protrude off of the armor or shield. Now, we are doing just a thin coat of this because we're just trying to give a subtle blue tint to those pieces. With the silver armor done, it's time to work on the gold trim, and we're going to use Gahena's gold as the base color for all of the trim on the armor of the model. We're going to shade all of the gold trim using Contrast Guilliman Flesh. Now, we're not going too heavy with this because we don't want to completely change the color from gold. Once that contrast is dried, we're going to take Auric Armor Gold, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the silver, where we're going to start at the center of each gold panel, and we're going to not paint quite all the way up to the edges. We're pretty much done with the armor, so now we're going to work on the fur, and we're going to base the fur using Baneblade Brown. We're also going to use Jokaero Orange on the fur, and we're going to paint this higher up on the fur, closer to the head of the model. Next, we're going to shade all of the fur using Reikland Fleshshade, and I do a nice heavy wash with this color. Once that shade is dried, we're going to take Zandri Dust and dry brush this over all of the fur on the model. Our next step is to take Rhinox Hide, and we're going to use this to base coat all of the leather on the model. This includes the boots and any straps that are encountered across the model. We're going to shade all of the leather on the model using Agrax Earthshade, and you can go as heavy as you'd like with this. It's already a pretty dark color to begin with. Our final step in this project is to take Mournfang Brown, and we're going to do two things. You can dry brush this over all the leather, but any spots that the dry brush can't get to, you're going to want to manually edge highlight with a fine detail brush. And with that, we finished painting our Orgoth Reaver Commander. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, go ahead and like it, and then subscribe to my channel so you can see future videos that I make. I'd like to give a special shout out to my channel members that make videos like this possible. If you would like to become a channel member, hit the join button below this video, and you can gain access to exclusive perks such as a members-only Discord where you can chat directly with me anytime you want. As always, have an amazing day, and we'll catch you in the next one.